This last song, Unitive West, which it's the same concept as Unitive East, but this one is minor instead of major, and it is on a bunch of tines at a playground instead of a piano. And so my kid was at soccer practice at this park, and it's like this huge musical kind of set of all these different tines and bells, and kids are running around hitting them all, and no matter how hard they try, they can't make it sound bad. And I was like, really this cool. Is really interesting. And so someone has basically thought through all of these things work together, but they're set up, it's not like it's all the same, you know, like little keyboard you're playing. Like it'll be broken into different sections of that and not have all the notes on some
different intervals,
scales,
whatever. Yeah.
So I was like, this would be really cool to use. And so I went and recorded each one on my phone, and then like figured out how they all fit together and like what parts I could make, because I wanted it to keep rising as the song went. So I mocked it all out, and then we went there one night. We were like, okay, park closes at 10. We'll get there at 10:30. It should be chill. And it was like 9, and we were all like, God, it's so late. Can we just go now? So showed up at 10 and started trying to record it, and quickly realized that nothing in the modern world is quiet. And so it was just like planes and cars speeding around, and dogs and lots of birds.
Oh yeah, it was all the birds.
We're like, why are all the birds awake? So loud. But we were worried it was all like ruining the takes, but it was fine.
Seemed fine, yeah.
It took a really long time though.
Yeah, it did. Like 1:30 when we left.
I think it was like 2.
Yeah, it was late.
I don't know why it took so long, but we had to like keep moving our setup, and then
I was just worried that we'd get like busted for like, because the park was officially like closed.
Yeah, but that's what we were saying, is like it's like our skate mentality. We're getting kicked out of somewhere, but we're just hitting some tines. It's not that big a deal.
There were some creepers that just rolled into the parking lot. Well, I don't know if they were making out or what was going on, but I was like, what is happening?
That makes me randomly think about when I used to get like a new record, like when I was 16 or something, and like try to find a place where you could go play it really loud without bothering everyone in your car. Right. I remember listening to that. Remember that Text record? When it first came out. I remember listening to that like at a park like near my mom's house, but just sitting there, what is happening in this record? Back to East. So yeah, we built it up the same way, where essentially it's West.
Back to the
where essentially you have all these things overlaying. So it starts with 1, and then that gets broken 1, 2, and then it gets broken into 3s, and they're all overlaying. And I love how it makes these melodies out of parts that are essentially separate. Like this one's just doing this, and this one's over here going like this, and when they go together, it creates these weird flams and swirlies and
cacophonous massive notes.
Yeah. And this one we added some like textures and pulled most of them out and just kept it to the tines and like the vocal stuff. We did do
the buzzy Ebo is in there.
Yeah, a little bit. And then but the main thing was I was like, I want to sing this really low note, but I can't.
Oh yeah.
I can't get quite down there. So we like tuned the song up. And I was still singing really, really low. But it was like low as I could sing, but it was like 3 half steps above where it's actually on the record. And so just shifting it down just gives it like a really, like it still sounds like a real voice, but it sounds like,
it's like pretty otherworldly.
Yes, sounding. It starts to get this strange vibe going. But
it's cool. You're saying we're not doing this one live.
Just not that part. Actually, it would be really hard to do.
Really?
Because of all the time things. You'd have to have multiple people and like
we'd have to steal the tines from the park.
Yeah.
But everyone would have to be on different clicks.
Oh shoot!
To be able to play
that's true.
The thing. Nope. It wouldn't be that interesting to watch, probably. It might. Right. It might be fun. We should play at the park.
Just give it to the Blue Man Group. They got it.
Yeah. And then the end, after everything, it goes into this part that I was calling limbo for a while, but we're in Europe, and I was in the bunk in the middle of the night, just listening to the sound of like the generator on the bus, and hearing it do these weird kind of like, and also just like the pulse of it. I thought it was really pretty, and I recorded it on my phone, and then I took it and I made 2 copies of it, but then moved the time so that all of it is just moving differently, and it just creates this really weird space. And I shifted it to match the key at the end of that song, but it's very meditative, and dig it. It's fun that that's finally come to fruition, because I feel like the idea of Unitive West and that like ending this record has existed since like 2020.
Yeah.
That's a record.
Cool.
Hope you like it.
Horizons West for your listening pleasure.